Hello, beloved. It's me, Robin Hallett, intuitive healer and light sparkler at robinhallett.com. And this is Tea with Robin. On today's episode, take what you need and leave the rest. Learning to value and honor our very own needs and let the guilt, the fear, the worry, the stress, the overwhelm go. Let it go. Our inspiration this week, one new move to support yourself now. And we'll have a letter from #yes, an inspiring story about casting your arms wide to the universe for what you really, really want. All this and more. Come grab a cup of yum yum and meet me here. Hi, beautiful friend. Hi. It's me, Robin. Welcome back to the podcast, Tea with Robin. This is episode 88. 88. I feel so excited that it's 88. Who does numerology around here? I think we need to know what this all means. 88 feels like a magic number. Hello, beautiful and amazing friend, and welcome back. And if it's your first time here, hello, welcome to our posse. My friend, how is the weather in your heart today? Seriously, how you doing? What's going on? Are you being kind and gentle with yourself? Loving? Caring? Are you being sweet? You remembering to hug yourself in the mornings? I hope you are. Morning hugs make a lot of difference, if you ask me. This is me sending you a hug right now, if you're a hugger. And if you're not, okay, wait, let me really send it. Hang on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. If you're not a hugger, please pass it on to the nearest four-legged friend that you know. Because I am an equal opportunity hugger. I will hug animals, birds, fish. As long as it's not scary, I will hug it. Over here, it's a tender time for sure. So some ups, some downs. I'm really hanging in there with myself and approaching every day in a more gentler way. I've been practicing, I've been finding ways to honor myself, rest a little bit more, and schedule things a little more easy breezy. I've been giving myself a little more space and room out in the garden, digging in the dirt, and, holding my heart, all that good stuff. I am loving the morning lives, Morning Magic with Robin, with our Love Posse over on Instagram. I hope you have had some time to check it out or check out the YouTube replays. I'm finding a lot of healing is happening. I'm noticing it in the friends I'm connected with and the friends I ride with in healing sessions. Number one husband is there he's been there every single day, but one, I see it. Some beautiful things shifting for us. So don't forget to check that out if it's calling to you. I'm over on Instagram, and the links are below this podcast. You can find them there. And it's a beautiful sunny day today. The sky is the most beautiful blue. The leaves are starting to look like leaves, not just buds on the tree. And the birds are gorgeous. The song, the timing of bird song, it's always funny. And the ducks who have adopted us, we call them Sonny and Cher, they are amazing. They are starting to come around in the evenings and expect to be fed. So they don't run away. They don't waddle away anymore when we come outside and we say, hello, hi, Sonny and Cher. Hi, and we throw some food. Of course, I'm always the one that throws the handful of food and it goes in the wind right back in my face. I seriously need to get some goggles for outdoors. Just too many close calls lately. So, yes, I'm going to make a note and do that. All right, but boy, did I digress there. Big question of the day is, did you bring a cup of yum yum? Did you bring something yummy to sip along with me? It used to be that we would talk while you were driving to work, or you were running errands, or driving the bus for the kids to school, and things are changing. I hope that you're making some space to still receive these podcasts in wonderful ways, and one of them is let's cheers each other and cheers this day. And so I hope you have something yummy there. I have a mug of tea, the just regular English breakfast tea with some stevia and sea salt, and it is so yummy. I miss you, Trader Joe's. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in months, and I don't do the Instacart option or anything, but so luckily we accidentally bought extras of my favorite tea a while back. Like, how you have something on the list and then you don't remove it from the list, and the next time you go to the store you buy it again. We did that like 3 times, and it's good. I still have like 70 tea bags left. So I think I'll be all right for just another week or so. No, just kidding. I think I'll be all right for a little while longer. All right, friends. Here's to us. Here's to what a great, great job we have been doing in this love apocalypse. I am so proud of us. We rock the Casbah. Cheers. And I hit my tooth on the cup too. So good. So good. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. Well, today, I want to talk about this healing journey that we're on. It's not just a pandemic that we're going through. This is I call it the love apocalypse because we are on a massive, sped up healing journey. And we're on this trajectory of our own evolution. Do you feel that way? I know I feel it. I'm hearing that a lot. I'm getting a lot of messages saying the same thing from friends, feeling like this has really been an experience of getting to know ourselves more deeply and realizing more clearly that this journey we're on, it's not just about everybody else and keeping all the plates spinning and trying to get somewhere, trying to be someone, trying to, it's about realizing we're here. We count, we matter, we're precious. And those edges we have, those fears we have, those hurts we have, it is time to really put the pedal to the metal. Let's really kick some butt and get somewhere. So I'm noticing all of us doing that. Every single one of us on the level that's right for us, we are doing that work now. So yes, I am so proud of us. And today, the energy that's coming so strongly is what I call take what you need and leave the rest. If I had to pick one thing I feel is running through all of our experiences, one collective thread is that we realize we need to take better care of ourselves. We need to pay more attention to ourselves, to our needs. For some of us, we're realizing we have needs. We realize that it's no longer a negotiable thing that we blow ourselves off and take care of everybody else. We just can't do it anymore. We have to take time and space for us. For a lot of us, I notice it's uncomfortable to even admit we have needs. To have an opening, to open ourselves, to be vulnerable in that way. To say, let's talk about daily needs. I need a nap. I need to eat. I need to go to bed now. I need to get off the phone. Oh my goodness. I need to hang up this call. I need to reschedule. I need to not go to that Zoom conference I said I would attend. I have needs. So I notice that, and I get we're all at different levels, so some of this is not going to apply to you maybe, but it's going to apply to somebody you know. So please keep an open mind and heart with me today about you as the light sparkler. Sometimes this is information somebody else needs from you, through you, Yeah, we all have needs, and there's nothing wrong with us for having needs. It's amazing to me how defended I can feel. I can feel defended, defensive and defended when I recognize that I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to talk anymore today. And sometimes I just am done. So I feel like I go into this shh mode. I can be really hard on myself because I notice I'm feeling like I've had enough talking, I've had enough connecting, I've had enough commenting, I've had enough responding, and I'm just sitting in the living room and the day is done. And number one husband, I'm just picturing him hearing this now. He'll probably be sitting right across from me. Hi, are you listening? He'll come upstairs and he's whistling. He's happy. He's like whistling along. I cannot whistle for you. Doot, 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 doot. Or he's singing a little song. Doot, 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 doot. And it's like, why in that moment, suddenly I'm ready to snap. I'm ready to snap. And you should say it like that. Snap. I just have no more bandwidth all of a sudden. And so I've been really working on it because there's a need there that I'm having. What is the need? I need quiet. I'm needing some space to myself. I'm needing to not take care of anybody other than me in that moment. I'm needing something. And sometimes what happens, though, in the span of it's probably 6 seconds, I get upset, I get irritated, I feel pressured, and then I shame myself, I judge myself, and then sometimes I put on a happy face, take a deep breath, and just go with it. And I'm not even saying that's the wrong way to do it, but sometimes I'll say, I'm working here, instead of saying, I'm needing some space to myself. For whatever reason, I feel defended. I'm expecting to be, I'm projecting something there. Think about your own life. Think about your own needs. Think about where you need to be doing better, honoring yourself. And let's sit with that, because we need to figure out how to take what we need. We need to figure out how to take what we need. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was saying, we're always working on our relationship, which I love. And she said, sometimes I feel it's been a minute since I've checked in with you, and I feel guilty about that. So I notice that all of a sudden I'll text you and check in because I want to make sure I'm thinking about you and sort of check it off my list. But I have zero bandwidth to write you back. She told me that, I have no time to write you back. And I'm like, yeah, it's so weird. You'll text me, then I'll respond to you, and it's like I never hear from you again. So then I end up getting mad at you because why are you writing me if you have no bandwidth? What is going on there? And what's going on there is we're not acknowledging our needs. We're not just saying, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't push yourself to do one more thing. And I know you probably know how that is. You have friends that you haven't connected with. It's a heavier time. If you're not feeling chatty, let it go. It's good for you to not pressure yourself. So you've got those one or two people you're feeling guilty about. What are you needing? What are you needing? Because really we need to take what we need and leave the rest. You have to start recognizing that these kinds of patterns, they seem so small when I talk about it right now. When I'm looking at my bullet points here, it seems so small, but here's a little exercise we can try. If you've got a piece of paper handy and a pen, if you're making some art right now, put a teeny tiny dot in the center of a clean page of paper. Say we put one little dot on a piece of paper and say, this represents the guilt I feel when I don't want to talk to anybody and somebody comes in the room and I feel like I have to be on for them again. Or I don't want to make dinner and I don't give myself any options other than I have to make dinner, Or my friend who's like, I better text her. She's going to be mad at me. And we end up falling into that exact scenario because she didn't honor herself. She had no time to write me, but she wrote me anyway, And if I could just have a teeny tiny sidebar with you before I share this cool practice about how to see some dots, connect some dots. You matter the most. And if you're with people who get you and love you and dig you, they care about that. They care about your bandwidth. They care about you honoring your needs, and they love you and want to support you in taking space for yourself and honoring your needs. I assure you that is the truth. So if you're in a dynamic where you don't feel supported, you know what? It's time to reevaluate. This is a brave new world, and I vote we don't bring people with us that are not supporting us in honoring our self-care and our highest and best. And I'm happy to say, both hands in the air, I'm one of those friends that will always love you even more for telling me you're stressed out and you don't have time, or you're worried that I'm going to be upset. Check it out with me, or take your absence for a few days. It's all good. That's how I feel. If I'm worried about you, I'll ask you where you went. Don't carry it. So, all right, let's do a little, this is very cool. I have a little doodle going here. So that's the little tiny itty bitty dot on the paper. And then draw another circle around that and just think of another issue you have that feeds that is also somehow not honoring your needs, what you needed. And then you can draw another circle around that, and you can draw another circle around that, and you can draw another circle around that. This would be a great awakening practice. And you start to see how the whole way you're doing stuff that is saying you don't matter, or saying your needs don't matter, or saying your time isn't as important. A lot of us have been living this way because we feel like there was no choice. There's no option to even acknowledge our needs. I think about some of you parents who were working 2 and 3 jobs. Yes. No choice. So no opportunity to even process that energy, right? Well, there is. This is our opportunity to process that energy, because you matter, and I care about you. I care about you so much. I care. You matter. I matter. So we all have needs. We all have needs. And back to the circles on the piece of paper, my point of that is when you can keep going and going and going, and eventually you will connect the dots to the environmental issues we're having, the issues related to the virus, the healthcare system, the financial system, the mortgage system, you're going to see something in the energy. It's all connected. And so my point is, no, you probably can't do anything about these big systems. But I promise you that if you begin to make a shift in your own heart about your own journey and your own needs and to take more care, that energy has an impact on the next ring and the next ring and the next ring. I promise you it does, because that's how energy flows. So we could be so inspired right now to understand that as we practice taking what we need and leaving the rest, and the rest is the guilty stories, the fear, the projection, the expectation that there's people will be mad, or there's no room for us, or there's no time for what I really, really want to do today, the projections. Leaving that stuff. Leaving your fear that people are going to fire you, your clients are going to be mad at you if you don't answer them right away. Am I talking to anybody out there on that one? If I don't immediately respond to this, that's the rest we can leave. You have needs. You got to honor yourself. A friend of mine said to me the other day, it can wait. I said, I'm just feel some pressure about, I need to respond and get back to people. And I love, I never want to sound like I'm complaining. I love connecting. The problem with me is I am a connector. And if I don't really give myself the leeway, I will be connecting all day long without a break. That's what I'm saying. So I'm learning, this is really teaching me how to work in a new way so that the spaciousness I need from my tender heart is being honored too. It's such an interesting thing. So I hope this is a good episode. I hope you're relating to this one. It feels so important to me. I almost feel breathless talking about it. And I always know when I get nervous that I'm on to something good. It's one of my spidey intuitive senses. When I feel nervous, it's going probably very well. So notice I still said probably. But I was thinking about this. We have needs. Why are we embarrassed that we have needs? Why are we vulnerable that we have needs about it, about people knowing? How are you? Fine! Do you ever do that? Does anybody ever do that to you? Sometimes somebody will write me and say, I'm thinking about you. How are you doing? And I get annoyed. It's like, no, you're not annoyed. You're feeling defensive because you're not great and somebody's checking in and you don't want to say it. That's just one of the many examples of what happens for me. Why is that so hard? Why is that so hard? It doesn't matter if you respond or not. It doesn't matter if I respond or not. The point is to go right into feeling defensive or feeling annoyed or feeling pressured that you have to divulge where you're at or tell your secrets or, whatever it is not taking what you need and leaving the rest, okay? It's taking the rest and leaving what you need. We could just take a moment. If somebody writes and says, I'm thinking of you, or some kind of ask or some kind of problem at work or whatever that's occupying your time and you're just done. You're just done. You can't do it, but you're doing it. You're making yourself do it anyway. Wouldn't it be nice to just recognize that feeling, that pressureful feeling in your body, and learn to treat it as guidance and say, I'm having a need. I'm having a need. Need alert. I have a need. I need to take a break. Bless my friends who text me and say, how are you? I'm thinking of you. Because maybe Spirit tapped them on the shoulder to give me an opportunity to check in with myself and honor myself, I don't really think I think it's good for you to practice not doing obligatory things. So your realest, truest friends, the ones you're meant to be with, the ones that are from your soul posse, we call us the love posse here. We call us the love posse. If you don't have the bandwidth, if you don't want to answer, we're going to get that. It's okay. Don't you think we could learn to risk a little more and just say, I don't have it today. I don't have it to talk today. Or to not answer at all. I think we could. So that's one example. This might not be your issue. So please convert what I'm sharing to something that does leave you feeling pressureful. I have been doing healing sessions since the 90s, and it is very common that people will talk in their sessions with me about how difficult it is to know what their needs are, to acknowledge their needs, and to honor their own needs, to give themselves what they're needing, to rest. So I hear story after story after story, and I do my best to relate to you something relatable. So I hope this is relatable today. But if it isn't, as I keep saying, convert it to your own issue. Think about where this can apply for you, because I don't think anybody is really exempt from this one either. I keep finding these nuggets lately where I think this is really a collective issue we have. So we could play around with this energy and see if we couldn't help ourselves a bit with how can I start to honor my needs. It's such an essential issue because you cannot expand, you can't rise, you can't advance on your journey. If you're hung up on these issues, you're feeling more frustrated in the day and you're blowing yourself off. You're feeling tired in the day and you're not honoring what you need. We can't move on to the next level, so to speak, if you're doing that. So even though it might be uncomfortable for whatever reason, and you should know your reason. You should really sit with that if you want. I never say should like that. I sound very bossy right now, but you should really sit with, why is it so hard for me? I grew up in a family that was very sarcastic and teasy. I was teased, and I was also picked on in school quite a bit. So my first response in a lot of situations will be to protect myself. I've been working on that for a long time. I feel certain things are just a part of my experience, and I'm not that flipped out by it, really. But I've learned that about myself. I have to keep giving myself another go around with, why is that so hard? Why are you feeling triggered here? Why are you feeling annoyed? Because sometimes it's guidance that, this is not what you need to be in this connection with this person that doesn't light you up, that feels draining to talk. They're draining to talk to, or they're not doing their work. You're doing your work, right? You're working your journey, right? I know that about you, but you have people you connect with who aren't, and it's draining. That is not an unkindness to say that. That is something, I think even in the Bible, do not cast your pearls before, you know how the saying goes? Yeah, I sound like terrible right now. But, don't give your energy to places where it is not nutritional. I like that better, way better than casting pearls before swine. What about you? If it can't sustain you, don't do it. And that's really what we're talking about today, is honoring your needs. We all have needs. You know, if you think about when you were born, this example kind of cracks me up, but when you were born, did you just shoot out of your mother? Everybody came out of their mother. We all came out of a mother. Did you just shoot out all by yourself? Did you like cut your own umbilical cord? Yeah. Did you swaddle yourself? Did you wipe all that gook off of your body? Yeah. Did you clear your airway yourself? No? Okay. Did you swaddle yourself? Did you put yourself in that cute little rolly cart thing? No. Did you put the hat on? No. Yeah. We all have needs. We're born vulnerable, you know, and there's a way that we need help. We need help. And I'm not saying you have to accept help from everyone. I'm saying you have to accept help from yourself in the form of acknowledging. It's okay if you're not a superhero, 24/7. Those capes get awfully tight around the neck, by the way. They sure do. So you only have to take what you need, and you can leave the rest. And today the message felt so strong, from Spirit. Spirit is here with us. The ancestors are here with us. Your family lineage is here with us today, saying, look, listen, you have needs. This is an intense time. Stop grading yourself on how well you did in the day in terms of how many people you took care of, or how clean your house is, or how much laundry you got done. None of that really matters. How is the weather in your heart today? And did you take good care of that little one in you, the little girl in you, the little boy in you who has needs? Yes or no? Are we open to transformation? Are we? Then this is an essential step in the journey. Going beyond that unconscious impulse to suck it all in, or pretend, or just keep pressing on with what you got to get done. So, where are you holding back on yourself here, holding out on yourself, and what could you be doing a little bit better? Nobody's going to ask you to post this on Facebook tomorrow. Go ahead, in the privacy of your own mind, ask yourself, do I have some needs? This is me just giving you a little space to ponder right now. What are your needs? What are you needing? And how can you, make one commitment to yourself? What are you going to do? For me, I've been telling you all along, but it's like I matter the most. And I'm willing to go through the imagined fiery pits of hell that my mind conjures up for me. I'm willing to go through that. Yes, I am. The imagined fears that I have. And just a little aside, I wrote a post a long time ago called Welcome to Hell, over 99 billion served. It's one of my favorite you have these pet blog posts. But in all honesty, I have always been nervous about using the word hell in a blog post. And, I could tell you stories, okay? I could. But this one is so perfect for what we're talking about. And I love the artwork on it. It's Corny the Unicorn riding in a hell cart. It's just a lot of jokes about, you'll see. I'm going to put it in the show notes. If you go to 88, robinhallett.com/88, I put all the links there if you're interested or curious. You could probably just Google it too, but I was looking at it again the other day and it cracks me up. So I hope this has been a helpful conversation. Take what you need. You can leave the rest. So let's have a little more tea. So good. So before I share inspiration today, I wanted to say, this is coming out the day after Mother's Day, from my heart to yours, a beautiful blessing I'm sending to you for all that you do and the ways you show up, and, also the stuff that's really, really hard that people don't ever really get the way you get it. Parenting is hard, man. Just so much love. So much love to you, mamas, and to the papas. There's so much mother energy flowing through all of us. And to those of you who are furry animal mamas and papas, and people like me who, you're raising blended families, and just wow, brave and courageous. Thank you. You're amazing. So much love. It's almost breathless how I feel thinking about it, thinking about you making your way, all of you making your way in this time, especially now. That's my heartfelt big hug and lots of love and all that. So, yes. So inspiration today, I got an email from a friend of mine who was asking me, how has your journey, how are you deepening in your spiritual journey now? What is evolving for you now? And how are you keeping yourself together in this time? I get it. One of the things that's really been working well for me is to commit to my support system. That's been one thing that has been huge for me, just to decide this is a bigger thing than I imagined, this global pandemic thing. It's bigger than I expected, because I said this last week, I feel we are not as good with the power of staying present with things. I've always felt that, at least what I notice in the States, is that we turn away kind of quickly. We get fatigued, and we're learning how to stay present now. We're learning how to be deeper now. One of the things that I've learned to do is to every day start the day with being present with myself, hugging myself. Those morning lives we've been doing since end of March have been just as much for me as they are for some of you who are there every single day. It's helping me too, staying present, staying grounded. So the support system has been huge. And so I wanted to share that today for our inspiration section of this super awesome, amazing podcast. Hello. What is one new support move you can make to support your growth? Before this was all going down in the world, I think it felt to me like we were more concerned with acquiring and achieving and ascending in a different way, success-wise, amassing, collecting, hoarding, whatever you want to say, building something. I'm not judging any of that, but now we're faced with this awakening. We need some more dance moves in our repertoire in terms of how are we taking care of ourselves? How are we taking care of ourselves? So what is one new move you can make to support your growth? It could be the morning hug, getting up and before you get out of bed, hugging yourself, affirming yourself, connecting with yourself, welcoming yourself into the day. And I used to teach this thing I call the inner sports announcer, the inner narrator, where you're greeting yourself like a sports announcer would if you walked onto the field and they said, here you come, you're awake, you're here. So Here comes Robin. She's awake. She's sitting up. Look at her. She's amazing. She's beautiful, dedicated on the journey. Here she is, You could try that and see. You could try first person. Good morning, sweetie. I love you. Hope you have a beautiful day. Don't forget your heart today. You are here. So just a couple ideas. I love to choose a word of the day to organize myself around. Lots of us pick a word for the year. Word of the day is what we're doing in the morning sessions. My word today is mother. To mother myself today, to be a mother to myself today. It is huge. And I've noticed it's taken me a while to learn how to remember the word and use the word and rely on the word. And now it's so great because I do. And I feel that mother with me, that inner mother with me today. Just be thinking about what's one thing you can do to support yourself now. Maybe it's to take that Epsom salt soak, or to take supplements, or to drink more water in the day, go to bed earlier. I don't know, but if you sit with it, you're going to have an epiphany here. And an epiphany is what we want. And don't you love the word epiphany? A striking, sudden realization, a manifestation. You want to evolve on this journey, let yourself have an epiphany. Get inspired about how can I help myself? How can I support myself here? I know another one for me was just realizing I can't keep recording the podcast at the end of the week after work is all done. That stressful feeling, working all day Saturday and Sunday, is a no bueno for me from now on. So here I am. It's Wednesday and I'm recording. I feel so excited. Say a prayer for me that this continues, please. But it's so good. So that's my inspo this week. I hope you loved it. I hope it resonated for you. I hope there's something there you can take away for yourself. Yeah. So good. So friends, before I share this week's letter, I wanted to ask you to support this episode, support the podcast. A friend of mine wrote me the other day and said, how can I leave an awesome comment for your show? And I said, if you see me share it online, hit the share button yourself, or leave a comment, or make a post. You can always leave a review. But the biggest support is take this in and let it help you, support you, encourage you, and then shine that light on for somebody else. That would make me so happy if you were sharing what you're learning here or what you're receiving, sharing it on with someone else. That would be wonderful. There are a number of ways to support the podcast financially. If you'd like to make a donation, you can. There are awesome courses I have on my website, and I am offering amazing healing sessions on Zoom. It is so wild to only be working online now. It is such an interesting thing, and it has really, there is a cohesion for me now that I really, really like. So I will say those online sessions are the bomb. And I feel such a power now because I'm not splitting my focus between in-person healing sessions and online healing sessions. I wonder if any of you are finding that, who are now just working in one direction as opposed to multiples. So, yeah. Share it on, tell a friend, phone a friend, send a donation. I gotta say one more thing. I got a friend of mine sent me 3 gifts in the mail this week that I could not believe. The packages arrived and I was like, OMG, these are all things I love. This person has no clue. There's no way, unless they could hack my Amazon account and see what I'm ordering. But these were all things I had sort of decided I am not buying myself right now because it's a certain kind of extravagance that I just, we're being more mindful about what we're spending. So she sent me a tub of bath salts, the really special kind, a beautiful hand-poured candle, and 3 bags of my most favorite plantain chips with Himalayan sea salt. Wow. I'm blown away by that, and I'm telling you that not just to toot my horn or whatever. I always worry that's how it's coming across, but I wanted to say again about the flow of abundance. I want to keep trying to talk to us about abundance every week a little bit, and last week I was sharing, if you're doing acts of service, kindnesses, you're sending things to other people, you're sharing what you have with others, never for a second doubt that goodness and light is coming back to you. It is our privilege to love each other and care for one another in ways that we have it to give it. Have it to give it, because what are we talking about today? Honoring our needs. So it's not about giving what we don't have. Give it where we don't have it. It's about giving what we have it to give it. So I love seeing how this thing goes in action, because it's a beautiful reminder. And I'm marveling at that, because those chips, I see them on Amazon now, and I'm like, no way am I ordering those. Do you know how that is? That is so amazing in my heart. And that bath salt, it's the Dead Sea salts, by the way, all the way from, guess where? Did you guess? Did you guess? So it's like, wow, I feel so loved. I feel so hugged. I feel so cherished. I feel so remembered. And we can do that for each other. I definitely am doing that in the morning sessions that I'm offering, and when I can, I spend a little more time doting on my friends, the friends who aren't in session with me right now because they're not working. I haven't dropped anybody because of that. So it's flowing. This flow, think about sparkles going all around the universe now. They're flowing out of you and toward other people. They're flowing from other people towards you. We are staying in that flow, and it is a beautiful thing. Okay. So this week's letter, this goes out to my friend Caitlin, who shared, since I was just talking about abundance, I thought I would share this note. Hi, Robin. I just wanted to send a thank you and encouragement about your abundance message the other day. To give a little backstory, I'm a partially self-employed dance instructor. I'm currently out of work from my self-employed locations due to COVID-19, and I've had a couple of moments of, what am I going to do? Trust the flow? I've been producing free content in order to stay relevant and engaged during this time, and I've finally been cleared to teach virtually beginning next week. There were a lot of legal hoops. Anywho, in your live story, you asked us to proclaim we want to and will receive abundance. We want to and we will receive abundance. I physically opened my arms and outwardly said, yes. And a few minutes after Magic Morning ended, I received a phone call from my department head letting me know that, 1, I am going to be compensated for every piece of free content I have put out so far, and 2, I will be compensated at a fair rate for my online classes, even if the minimum student requirements is not met. This was incredible news to me, a cosmic abundance bomb of awesome. Thank you for guiding this practice and encouraging abundance. Caitlin. I wanted to share that because when we're willing, when we're open, when we acknowledge a need, like what Caitlin is saying, she acknowledged a need. I need to be open to receiving, and I need to find a way. I need to stay in there and hang in there and stay relevant and stay present. I need to keep faithful, all of that. And she's always there, practicing, always willing, always open, receiving, not telling a story of how people are jerks or whatever. The world has gone to hell in a handbasket, and, she's always got the sparkles going and open. And if I say anything like, oh, throw your arms wide and say yes, there's somebody who's doing that. So my encouragement is, let's be wild. Let's be vivacious in our efforts this week to honor ourselves, honor what we're wanting, name it and claim it, and leave the rest. The worry, the stories, the disgruntledness, some of you still waiting for your unemployment stuff to happen. Try this. Throw your arms wide and say, yes, sparkles to me. Sparkles to me. And make sure you're sending sparkles as well. Complaining mind, complaining heart, complaining energy doesn't really send anything anywhere. It all just stays with you in the poop caboose. So wanted to share that letter, and a big, hearty, wholehearted, yummy, yummy congratulations to you, Miss Caitlin. And what a blessing you are to those friends you are helping with dance. That is amazing too. I love that. I love knowing that's what you're doing. So congratulations, and I can't wait to hear what's next. So let us keep in mind that abundance is in so many forms, Maybe a friend sends you chips in the mail, chips and a candle and your favorite bath salts of all time. Maybe somebody surprises you. I am open to miracles. What about you? I'm open to the surprises. What about you? I'm open to being delighted. What about you? So, friends, there we go. 88. 88, 88, 88. Ain't it great? Ain't it great? Ain't it great? I hope you loved this episode, and I thank you so much. If I can read a letter for you or speak to a topic, you have something you want to hear me talk about related to this time now, let me know. My email address is hello@robinhallett.com. I'm the only one who reads your mail. And it's fine if you want to be anonymous. Totally cool. Or take a stage name. Well, friends, I am wishing you a fantabulous day, a fantabulous week. Keep the weather in your heart sunny. And when it isn't, remember to honor your needs. Remember to honor your needs. Be so loving to you, and never forget that the love, the abundance, the sparkles, the healing, the ease, that is viral too. This is a time like none other where there is so much love in free flow. Don't forget to open your arms wide and receive it. This has been me, Robin Sparkleheart Love Bomb Hallett. I'm going to see you here next week or in a few minutes. Sending you so much love. Bye-bye. Life is very short, let's make the very most of it. You are a precious gem and I love you. Do 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 do. We are here to shine and shine bright. You are a gem and I love you. Life is precious and you are a spark of the divine. So shine like you know it, rock it like you mean it, 'cause you really, really mean it, and mean it, and mean it, and mean it, and mean it. Don't let crispy people tell you that you aren't sparkly, 'cause you are, 'cause you are, 'cause you are. Thank you. I like that. I love it, honey. Thank you. Give me a kiss.